I run it back. Hey, I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When it take.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. With that, let's get on over to AT&T Stadium in Arlington for the call from Jerry World. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Two times. 4 down, check, 4 down.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama. And he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Right there, 56. Too little, Dak. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. As the offense comes out here, CD, we got to talk about the big one. We've waited for it all season long, down to the final two in Miami. All the glitz, all the glamour. What do you think of this matchup, partner?
And a lot of folks thought that this might be Baltimore and San Francisco. They were the two best teams in the regular season. But Kansas City, many thought might very well have been number 3. And they ended up getting the home field advantage after the Ravens lost to Tennessee. Took full advantage of that and found their way to Miami. Interesting thing for me, these two coaches. Andy Reid, he's been to the Super Bowl before. He was head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, and they lost Super Bowl 39 to the Patriots. And then Kyle Shanahan, he's been there as a coordinator with the Atlanta Falcons, a 28-3 lead against the Patriots in Super Bowl 51 before losing that one in overtime. One of these coaches is going to get his first Super Bowl win. Can't wait to see how this one turns out.
On second down, it's Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards, first down, Niners.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go, here we go. 180! We own them. We own them.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Put into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got a second and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go. 180! Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Here we go, here we go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Mike, here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
We got this. Here we go. 180!
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Dallas takes over possession. It was a tough year in Big D. This was a team with Super Bowl aspirations in training camp. Got off to the 3-0 start. Got Zeke signed and in the fold, but then the wheels started to come off from that 3-0 record. 5-8 the rest of the way for an 8-8 finish. Not enough to win a down NFC East, and also not enough for Jason Garrett to keep his job. So now Mike McCarthy enters the fold.
And when you look back at this roster, and as you said, a team with Super Bowl aspirations, this is not a team that was overhyped, as is often the case with the Dallas Cowboys. That was a legitimate deal in my estimation. That roster was good enough to contend for a Super Bowl. Just never really got going with consistency. Couldn't beat the better teams that they played. And as you noted, finished 8-8. Mike McCarthy takes over a very good roster. A young quarterback in Dak Prescott. So it's the second act for Mike McCarthy. He has something he feels like he needs to prove after the way it ended in Green Bay. And this Dallas team has a lot that they need to improve on and a lot to show the rest of the world that this team really should be in a Super Bowl and soon.
By the way, since they did not win the NFC East, that's now 15 straight seasons that the NFC East has not had a repeat champion.
Can you say volatile division?
Absolutely.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
To throw again on second down. Prescott caught by Cobb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Prescott from the gun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Forbath will put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might have...
He's got him in! Complete! So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 38, Garoppolo. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I like a fancy playbook as much as anyone, but sometimes, certain situations, they just call for doing the basics.
And that's what they did. Gave it to the big boy, and he got in for 6. Gold to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, Prescott. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here we go. Wide 8. Check 56. Hey, man.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott, that's complete to Cobb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Dallas passing game definitely in sync. They've got another first down. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air again, Prescott. It's caught, Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott finding Witten. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. Now Prescott. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Here we go, here we go. 180! I got him. Set hunt!
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Check back. Slam.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
we go, here we go. 180!
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch the slant.
Get hot!
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.